Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Wyatt and today I'll be teaching you how to script a rank management center on Roblox. Okay, so before I show you how to make this script, I just want to show you how it works. So all we have to do is go into the game, and as you'll see, if we click claim rank on the corner of our screen, it'll say rank updated, and if we have any game passes that we specify in the script, it'll update our rank. Okay, so before I get into actually coding this, I would just like to say this is a continuation of my video on how to script a group rank bot, and I'll link that right here on the screen, but go watch that video first, and once you have completed the video and once you have this code on your screen, then come back to this video because it's really important that you have that set up first or else this won't work. So once you finish watching that video, welcome back. All we have to do is the first thing is we actually need to create that button under our starter GUI. So I'm just going to click plus and I'm going to create a Screen GUI under starter GUI, and I'm just going to name this rank management GUI, and then under here I'm going to create a new text button, and then this is going to be the button that the player clicks in order to claim their rank. So if they own a game pass in the group, right, or for a game, so maybe they own the trainee game pass or the senior barista game pass, it will rank them to the rank of the game pass in the group. So I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but just follow along. This is super easy after you finish that first part, that long and tedious first part in the other video, and it's really worth it for your group. So all we have to do is name this button here claim rank, because it's the claim rank button, and I'm just going to size it. You can change this to whatever size you want, but I just want to size it a little and put it in the corner of my screen to make it look nice. And I'm just going to change a few of the other properties to make it look super nice. Just do claim rank, right? Change the text so the player knows what it actually says, what it does. And then from here we can actually get into scripting this. So the first thing we're going to do is click plus under the rank management GUI, and we'll add a local script. And I'm just going to name this claim script because that's what it is. And this script actually only has a few lines of code, and it can have even less if you take out a few that are unnecessary. And all we're going to do in here is we're going to say script.parent.claimRank.mouse button one click. So when they click the button, right, we're going to connect it to a function. And in this function, what we're going to do is we're going to fire a remote event. So in order to do that, we actually have to create the remote event first. And the reason we're doing this is so that since on the server side is where we actually need to make the HTTP request to rank the player, we can't do that from a local script. So we have to use a remote event to interface with the server. So I'm just going to go to replicated storage, and I'm going to click plus, and I'm going to create a remote event, and I'm just going to name this event claim rank. And now if we go back into that script that we had earlier, we're going to say script.parent.claimRank.mouse button one click, and we're going to connect that to a function. And then all we're going to say is game.replicatedStorage.claimRank, that remote event, fire server. And this will pass in the player, and we'll be able to check for their rank on the player, or on the server. Now this next part is optional. You can do it if you want, but I think it's, kind of important to give the user some feedback. So all I'm going to say is script.parent.claimRank.text equals rank updated. And all this does is tell the player that the rank was updated, and then we'll wait 1 second and then we'll set it back. So script.parent.claimRank.text equals claim rank. From here, what we want to do is we're going to go back into the server script that you finished doing at the end of last video, and it might be named something else, but for right now I want you to rename it rank management. And now in this script is actually where we're going to configure it, and we're going to check if the player owns a game pass. So the way we check for game passes is by using the marketplace service. So we would need to get a reference to the marketplace service. So I'm just going to create a new variable called marketplace service. And I'm just going to say, so local marketplace service equals game:getService marketplace service. And then from here we can actually configure our ranks. So I'm going to say local configuration equals, and then I'm going to press shift, and then I'm going to press the curly brace, just like that. So shift and then the brace, right next to the P and right next to the slash on the other side. And I'm going to press enter a few times. And now inside of this, I'm going to press that key again, that curly brace, and this is where we're actually going to configure our ranks. So right here, I'm just going to say pass ID and then rank ID. So the way this is going to work is, so for each one of these, so if we wanted to add another one, we could put a comma right here and then copy it. For each one of these, it's basically we're going to pass in a pass ID, so a game pass ID, which I'm going to show you how to set up in a second, and then a rank ID, so whatever rank we want to give the player if they own that game pass. So if you maybe have an intern rank or a senior barista rank, you put the intern rank or senior barista rank in the pass ID variable as a number, and then you put the rank ID, so if it was 254 or 255, whatever rank ID it is, we specify that right here. So what I'm going to do is actually show you how to set up the Game Pass. So if we go right here, this is our Roblox page, and all I'm going to do is go to create, and then I'm going to find the game that we publish, and I actually didn't publish it yet, so I have to publish it right now. And I'm just going to publish it as Rank Management Test 2, because this is actually the second test that I'm doing, because I already had to test it before the video, so we just do it like that. And what I'm going to do right here, so we have it published, awesome. Now I'm going to go back, close out of Discord, go back to Chrome, and then I'm going to see, so we have our rank management demo, but if I refresh, since we just published our game, I have rank management test 2, and I'm just going to make it public for now, but you can do whatever you want, you know, private or public or unlisted or however you like. And then from here, we're going to go to the game page, just like this, and click on Store. And then you see we have this button right here that says Add Pass, and this is the button that we're going to use to actually create our Game Pass. So I'm going to click on Add Pass, and I'm going to give it a name. So I want users, when they buy this pass, I want to give them the admin rank in my group. So our Game Pass name is going to be admin rank. Now you also need to choose an image. I am just going to choose the RoScriptor image, our logo, our channel logo, which I actually have down here, right here. And we'll rename it to admin rank once again, and you can give this a description of whatever you'd like. For now, I'm just going to leave it blank. You click preview, and then you click verify upload, and this will actually create the Game Pass. And then after this, what you want to do is click on this button right here, the settings button, and then click on configure. Now this is where you can actually sell the item. So if you click on sales, and then you just want to check off this box right here that says item for sale, and we're going to sell it for however many Robux we want the players to be able to buy this rank for. So if we want it to cost 9999999, right, a bunch of nines, we can do it like that. But for now, I'm only going to make this cost 1. So we'll have that, we have it cost 1. And now up top right here, you'll see we have this URL, right, configure ID equals blah blah. What we want to do is we want to copy, so for each Game Pass that we want to do, we want to copy this ID right here. And then we want to go back to Roblox Studio, and then we're going to hop into that script, and that's where the pass ID is going to go. So where it says pass ID, we want to paste that variable in right there. And then right here is the rank ID. So whatever rank ID in your group you want the player to be ranked to. So I'm going to go to my RoScriptor group right here, and as you'll see, if I go to configure group, and I click on right here, if I click on actually roles, and then I can select the role that I want to get the rank ID for. So if I select admin, the rank ID for this is 254, and I want to give my players admin, so I'm going to copy this rank ID, and I'm going to go back to Studio, and I'm going to paste that in my configuration. So if they own this Game Pass, the Game Pass with this ID, we're going to give them this rank in the group, which is the admin rank. Now you can do this as many times as you want, make sure just to put a comma after it, but I'm only going to do it one time because I only want one Game Pass for my game. Now what we're going to do is actually hook into that claim rank event that we created earlier. And this is what's actually going to rank the player and check if they have the Game Pass. So we're going to say game.replicatedStorage.claim rank, so this right here, this claim rank, .onServer event, and then I'm going to connect that to a function. And then in that function, we're going to get the player, because we're going to need the player's user ID when we use the marketplace service method of get user, async, user owns Game Pass async. And now what we're going to do is we're going to loop through our configuration. And the way we do that is we use a for loop. So we'll say for I equals 1, comma, number of configuration, so the number of values in configuration, which in this case is only 1, do, and then we'll say local Game Pass ID equals configuration I1. So that means the first index of the array that we're in. So that means this would be the game pass ID for the first loop through. And then we're also going to say local rank ID equals configuration index 2. So if it's 254, right, this will return 254 and rank ID will be equal to 254. Now after this, we need to check if they actually own the Game Pass, and it's important that you guys are doing this on the server, as I said earlier, just because if we do it on the client, then people can really mess with it, exploiters, and you don't want someone AAing in your group or anything bad like that. So that's why we do this on the server side, to keep it nice and secure. So now we actually just need to check if they own the Game Pass. So we'll say if marketplace service, user owns Game Pass async, and then we're going to pass in the player.user ID as our first parameter, and then the Game Pass ID as our second parameter. So if they own the Game Pass, then what we want to do is rank the player. So right now I'm just going to put a print in there. I'll print ranked player to rank ID. You don't have to put this print. This is just a way for me to understand my code a little bit better. And then after this, I'm just going to call that rank user function. Very important that you set that up last video. And again, with this URL right here, shouldn't be equal to blank. It should be equal to whatever you put in last video. So make sure you go and watch that before you try this. And then we're just going to call the rank user function like that. And then we're going to pass in the player.user ID. And then we'll pass in the rank ID, just like that. And this is actually all we have to do for this script to work. And if we go into the game, since I'm the owner of the group, it's not going to work. And we need to enable HTTP requests before we do anything. So make sure you go into options and you do that. But since I'm the owner of the group, it won't work. And since I don't even have it set up from the last video, this won't work either. But I promise it will work for you. All we have to do, see rank updated, that will work perfectly. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something new today about scripting on Roblox. As always, I'll paste in the link with all the code shown in this video in the description, and I'll see you guys later.